An elected Prime Minister, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Shaheed, was removed unconstitutionally, and regrettably the judiciary and even the Supreme Court was used to murder him, to kill him. And after 40 years, the Supreme Court acknowledged that it was a murder and that the Supreme Court was used for that purpose. It was at this time that the same ruler, General Ziaul Haq, made a request to the government of Sri Lanka that his daughter wished to have a baby elephant. So one government made a request to another government, and that government virtually kidnapped a 3-year-old baby elephant, separated it from its herd. And elephants are emotionally and behaviorally very, very complex and very sensitive species. They are as sensitive as humans. When an infant is born, a baby is born, the elephants, the mother, the sisters, the herd, they actually celebrate. They grieve when someone is lost. They are sentient beings. And this 3-year-old baby was flown to Pakistan, presented to the then ruler of Pakistan, and was kept in the backyard till it started growing. And then they decided to establish a zoo and keep this kidnapped baby in that zoo for entertainment of humans. Imagine such a thing happening to a human. And when I was thinking about this, since at the same time I was also dealing with cases of enforced disappearances. As a judge, one could feel the pain through which the loved ones have to go when someone becomes a victim of enforced disappearance. Kavan, as a baby, was a victim of enforced disappearance. Its bodily integrity was violated. So interestingly, these 3 petitions, when they were taken up, I also decided to appoint an amicus, and the World Wildlife Fund Pakistan also gave me a consultant. The consultant did a good job and provided all the details of the inmates of that zoo. And some of the inmates were in terrible condition. It's been a pleasant surprise that Dr. Amir Khalil is here, because he was a great help to the court then. Now all these species were, and Kavan became a symbol, Kavan became a hero, because Kavan story had become international. But there were so many other inmates of that zoo, particularly the marsh crocodile, the two Himalayan bears. Imagine Himalayan bears, the nature has created Himalayan bears to live in the highest plateau of Deosai and not in Islamabad. One of the bear, their names were Susie and Bablu. One of them was suffering badly because it had an open wound. And there was no medical facility in Islamabad, in Pakistan, which could treat that bear. So, the difficulty for the court was, the prayer sought were not right-based. The prayers sought were only focused on improving the welfare of, in fact, Coven, one animal, and the stray dogs. That was the other prayer. Now as a court, I was conscious of the fact that the judgment would also be challenged. Interestingly, no lawyer was ready to argue the right-based case for all the animals. Even the consultant of World Wildlife Fund Pakistan was not willing to go to that extent. Their report also focused on improving the conditions within the zoo for the inmates. So what to do? All these inmates, as far as I was concerned, they had rights. They could not be deprived of their natural habitats, and that was a very, very crucial right that everyone had. How to enforce that right? So, the first thing that I did was to survey the jurisprudence from the other jurisdictions. The jurisprudence was very, very interesting. Like, for instance, in Argentina, only to the extent of chimpanzees, the rights were to some extent indirectly recognized, but they were on the basis of the attributes which they shared with humans. So again, it was in the context of humans. In India, they interpreted their